The last home game of the season for Sheffield United, and in all likelihood the last home game in the Championship for at least a season. Even victory against Barnsley in the South Yorkshire derby is unlikely to be enough for Mickey Adams' men to preserve their Championship status. 2 wins from their last 2 have given them some hope at least. All Sheffield United can do is continue to win their games. Testing Luke Steele there. Now there's 6 points adrift with 6 to play for, behind both Doncaster and Crystal Palace, and with a worse goal difference. So Stephen Quinn, who floated it just wide. I have to fear for this Sheffield United squad as well. Big cutbacks will be made in League One if they do go down next season. Barnsley looking to help them on their way. Jacob Mellis, the man on loan from Chelsea, had a bit of space here. Didn't make the most of it. So 11 points better off than their neighbours. They are safe. They can play with that sort of freedom. And they're in front through Danny Haynes, edging the blades closer to the drop. The former Bristol City man scoring his 5th goal for the club, and look at the space in which he had to operate here. All alone down the middle, and he made it count. They are without a win in their last 4 matches, just 2 points in that run. And they're battling here to preserve their lead. Scrambling it clear after the long throw. That posed problems. Didn't quite break for Quinn to get his shot away. Thanks to a really important block from Bobby Hassel. Butterfield. Good ball in towards Andy Gray, whose glancing header was straight at Simonson. 2 over the free kick. Quinn will leave it for Williamson. It's curled in and headed in by Matt Lowton, and Sheffield United are level. Back on terms before the break. It may be too little too late, but if Sheffield United are going down, they will certainly go down with a fight. Another good cross in. They're finishing the half really strongly, the Blades here. It's one-way traffic now. This is another opportunity for Sheffield United. Again, it's just wide. Throw posing problems here. It's not dealt with. Williamson with a shot. Oh, and it's squirmed in away from Luke Steele. And Sheffield United have turned this around. They lead by 2 goals to 1, a third of the season for Lee Williamson. And quite incredibly, they've all come in the last 3 matches. And will it be 3 wins on the bounce for the Blades? Even that probably won't be enough for them. Maybe does bode well for next season for Sheffield United. So their attempts to rebuild in the lower tier with a young squad, many of whom have been given their chance in the latter stages of this season and have responded really well. But Barnsley have responded here, and they are back level. It's the 2nd goal of the game for Danny Haynes, converting Matt Hill's ball in. And this may just seal Sheffield United's fate. A draw, and they are down regardless of results elsewhere. Mickey Adams' men return to the 3rd tier of English football for the first time since 1983. The man who took over mid-season has not been able to stop the slide. They've gone down fighting, certainly, but it's too little too late, and it's their neighbours who seal their fate.